Good morning, Syracuse. Welcome to Mornings on the Hill. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Nicole Griffin.
And I'm Max Darrow. Let's get your orange juices flowing this morning with a look at your headlines. Graduates are preparing to leave all over campus,
Including at the Setner School of Music, where they had a special goodbye performance this week.
We'll show you that and talk to one of the soon-to-be graduates.
Good news for the city of Auburn this week.
We'll tell you why the city is expecting to quadruple its average number of tourists in the coming years.
And Syracuse University's annual tradition of Mayfest is just days away. We'll have the details on the University Union's preparations and what students can expect from Friday's day of events. Now, as the summer months are approaching, I know that we seniors are searching for jobs, and if you're not graduating, you're probably searching for summer internships.
Well, Newhouse has plenty of resources available for students right here on campus. Our reporter Cheyenne Devon joins us in studio with Bridget Lichtinger, and the Assistant Director of the Newhouse Career Development Center. Cheyenne.
Thanks, Matt. Now, Newhouse really has a hidden gem called the Career Development Center. I know that I've been to the job hunt seminars and also used it to find internships, and it's been really helpful, but not a lot of students know about it or how to get involved. So thank you for joining us this morning, Bridget.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So to get started, Newhouse can be a really confusing place to get around. So where is the Career Development Center located?
The CDC is located in room 313, Newhouse 3. It's the all-glass building. So if they come in right off the plaza, and we always have the coolest bulletin board. So if you look for the Alice in Wonderland bulletin board, you're in the right place.
Okay, cool. So how do students need an appointment? Do you take walk-ins or do you need to make an appointment?
You can make a one-on-one advising appointment. So if you come into our office and you can see our front desk staff, they'll be more than happy to look at our calendars. But we do have walk-ins on Fridays from 12 to 1. So a student can come in for quick questions about resume, networking, or anything like that.
Okay, wonderful. So what type of information do you have on jobs and internships, since we're all looking and everybody's kind of nervous?
Well, I always want to tell everybody it's not too late. So I know it's near the end of the semester and students are like, I don't have my internship yet. But you know, employers really don't think in academic calendar senses. So to them, they're like, it's still end of April. So we still have lots of employers looking for internships. So if you come into our office, we have an internship database of over 3,000 internships. And every day we have employers reaching out about internships. And I tell students, make sure you read CDC News. Because if you get that every Wednesday from Kelly Barnett, you'll see opportunities. If they click on that, you go down and every internship that came in for that week is going to be included in that issue.
Oh, okay. And what about jobs for those of us that are graduating?
So for all of my seniors and grad students, we really want them to sign up for post-grad services, because what that does is it signs you up for what we call job ops. Job ops is kind of replaces CDC News or grad news. It goes out every Friday from me, and it's all the job leads that come in for the week. So we want those seniors and the grad students to sign up for that.
Okay, wonderful. So what if students need help creating a resume or writing a cover letter or like even getting interview prep? Does the CDC do that?
We have tons of stuff. So for resume and cover letter, we are done with our seminars for this semester, but we do have it on video. We always tell them, you know, it's very cheesy, but it's very helpful. So they can come in with their headphones. It only takes about 20 minutes, and we'll give you all the handouts, and it really walks through the process of how to make a great cover letter and resume. Because we get compliments from employers all the time that they know students who have come to the Career Development Center to get their materials reviewed. Once they've taken or watched the video, they can either meet one-on-one with Kelly or I, or they can drop their resume off in the Dropbox. Usually if they do the Dropbox, we have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround, but we strongly suggest to watch that video. For interviews, actually we have something on our website under called the resource page. It's podcasts. We have a podcast on how to do a great interview, and we have handouts for that as well.
Okay, wonderful. So now, do we have access to the CDC even after we graduate?
We are from cradle to grave. I know that's probably morbid, but we never kick students from the nest. I always tell students, I have alumni who've been out 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, who always come out and reach out. Like today, I actually have an alumni appointment for someone who's been out 5 years wanting to do a career change. So if you need your resume reviewed or anything like that, we tell our students we never ever kick you from the nest. Please make sure you come and use us.
Oh, that's so wonderful to hear. Okay, well, I know I'm breathing a sigh of relief, and we hope that you are too. And so thank you so much for coming in, and we hope that you get involved with the CDC. Max and Nicole, back to you.
Thanks, Cheyenne. Now, the CDC has so many great resources. I have used them myself. What about you, Max?
I have definitely paid a couple visits up there, sat through a couple job hunt seminars. Very helpful. Definitely, if you get a chance, stop by. They'll really help you out. So today is the day that many Honors College seniors have been waiting for. It's Capstone Turn-It-In Day, and they assign their capstone projects in the fall semester of their junior years. Students have been working tirelessly for a year and a half, and today is the first day they can turn in their finished products. Capstones can be anything from 100-page research papers to dance performances to broadcast news pieces. You can see their projects for yourself at Capstone Presentation Day next Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the Hall of Languages. It's open to the public, and actually, Nicole, nearly 100 students are ready to present their projects on a variety of academic topics.
That's impressive. A lot of work done, definitely.
Now, we are not the only ones graduating soon. The Setner School of Music had its final senior performance this week.
The concert was the last one for the orchestra and featured the winners of the concerto and aria competition. The 3 senior winners were able to perform solos with the orchestra led by professor and conductor James Tapia.
We spoke with the senior first chair of the orchestra and Mr. Tapia after the concert about what it meant to work together for the last time.
I think it's going to come at me when I don't return to Syracuse University in the fall. So I think I'm going to graduate and I'm still not going to really understand. And then when I don't come back in August when everyone else comes back, that's when it's going to hit me.
It's really difficult to let them go. It's very difficult to say goodbye to them, and we do it every year. This is my 27th year of teaching at collegiate level, and it doesn't get any easier from year to year.
The orchestra performed 5 songs in their final performance on Sunday night. When it ended, they received a standing ovation.
The federal government has done a lot over the last couple of weeks to put Harriet Tubman back in the historical spotlight.
Reporter Jacob Reynolds went to the city of Auburn this week to see why they are preparing to welcome a U.S. national park.
That's right, Nicole. It's been a drawn-out process for the city of Auburn to finally get the national recognition that it wanted for being the home of Harriet Tubman. This week, the city finally received some good news from Washington. It has been a busy week for Harriet Tubman. First, the Treasury announced she would replace Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill, and now her home right here in central New York is going to be a national park.
It's really exciting, and I do believe that Harriet Tubman is finally getting some of the recognition that she deserves for the impact that she's had on the United States of America. And the fact that she will now be on the $20 bill and that her sites are being recognized as part of our National Park Service really has elevated her story.
Auburn, New York was Tubman's home after the Civil War. For years, her church has owned both her property and her place of worship. It has been a drawn-out battle for Auburn City Hall to get the designation. They say it really picked up steam almost 20 years ago when then First Lady Hillary Clinton named the city a Millennium Community. Recent news Tubman would grace the 20 pushed it over the edge. On Friday, the U.S. Attorney General signed an agreement that allows the ownership of the land to transfer to the federal government, something Mason says is a long time coming.
There's many members of her family that still reside in the city, and I know for them in particular, this has been a long time coming.
National Parks officers could be here within the year and will eventually turn the rundown church Tubman worshipped at into their offices. Just down the street, Tubman's home will welcome visitors from all over the country. Now, the Auburn city government told us they are expecting to quadruple the number of visitors visiting the city to see the national park. The Park Service told them to expect 40 to 50,000 visitors a year once the park is up and running. And normally, just for scale, they average about 8 to 10,000. So they're expecting a big economic boom. That's what Mr. Mason told us. He also said the news that she would be replacing Andrew Jackson on the 20 really is what put a lot of public pressure on the federal government to finally get the ball rolling and have Attorney General Lynch signed that order to transfer the land to the federal government, and they're just very, very excited to have a U.S. national park just 40 minutes from Syracuse in Auburn, New York.
Thanks, Jake. And coming up next, one briefcase-sized box is supercharging rebuilding efforts in Nepal.
We're going to meet the Syracuse-based team building the boxes and find out exactly how they work next.
And coming up on Mornings on the Hill, we'll get you all prepped with everything you need to know regarding Mayfest.
Welcome back. It takes a lot of time and energy to rebuild a village leveled by an earthquake.
Mornings on the Hill reporter Scott Stabbert tells us about one local group that is looking to speed up the whole process.
To bring these boxes into a context of disaster relief and reconstruction so we can help speed up that process to increase productivity and also the rebuilding process that's ongoing in Nepal right now.
Brian Kam is the president and founder of the Power Nepal initiative. He first witnessed the magnitude of destruction in Nepal while he was on a trip with the Disaster Relief Foundation last summer.
That earthquake, sadly, it took about 15 seconds to kill 8,000 people, and it destroyed over 1 million homes, and the results are quite tragic, actually.
Kam and his team began their initiative by developing a portable solar-powered charging station.
This initiative is based off a solar electrical charging contraption that we have come up with to charge small items that they have, like AA, AAA batteries that are rechargeable for LED headlamps and headlights, and then also rechargeable power tools, which is the main component of this. It allows the villagers to rebuild their homes much quicker, and then obviously across Nepal there's community centers that need to be rebuilt, health centers.
Patrick Carney is a member of the Power Nepal Initiative R&D team who helped develop the prototype.
Now you've got like your USB strip right here. It can hit just about anything, and we got a DC current port right here.
Never have enough.
That when this is flipped on, it can power these lithium battery packs, and you know it also has got an LED strip light inside the box for use at night.
The Power Nepal initiative's ultimate goal is to save villagers as much time and energy as possible as they continue rebuilding.
Pretty much with this system, with our Spark system here, we can cut that time that it would take to rebuild homes, schools, and everything else, etc. down the line, you know, pretty much cut that in half. We don't have to wait for the national infrastructure.
For Mornings on the Hill, I'm Scott Stabbert.
Mayfest is just 2 days away, and this year is gearing up for what should be yet another memorable, fun-filled day of events. Mayfest and Block Party make up University Union's annual full-day spring music event. Mayfest and Block Party typically occur on the fourth Friday of April, with Mayfest starting at 1 p.m. in Walnut Park and Block Party beginning at 6 p.m. in the Carrier Dome. Headlining the Block Party concert in the Carrier Dome Friday night will be the Chainsmokers and Chance the Rapper. According to the Daily Orange, the Chainsmokers last performed in Syracuse for Mayfest in 2013, and Chance the Rapper performed at a Bandersnatch concert on campus that same year. Entry into Mayfest is free for all SU and SUNY ESF undergraduate students with a valid SU SUNY ESF ID.
Out an official survey through OrgSync, and a certain percentage of the student body gets the survey, and we list kind of like the 20 top headliners at the time, support acts, openers, and they kind of vote for who they want to see, and there's also write-in options so that you can kind of suggest anybody, and we take literally every last suggestion into consideration, and then we reach out to agencies to see who's available, who's actually affordable.
Now again, entry into Mayfest is free for all SU and SUNY ESF undergraduate students who have a valid SU SUNY ESF ID. And you know, Mayfest is a really fun event. I've been to the past few and planning on heading to this one. It's always great to get to see people come out, free food. What do you think?
Definitely, it's so much fun, and I love that we have this whole music festival that the university puts on for its students, and how we're just able to blow off some steam before finals, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, DPS officers are a constant presence around SU, but there's one officer that stands out from the rest.
He smiles and waves at everyone that crosses his path, making him a favorite among students. Our Nicole Griffin is here to introduce us to the man behind the badge.
That's right. The Department of Public Safety here at Syracuse University is responsible for keeping the students on campus safe, but there's one officer who is known for going above and beyond his daily duties and has even earned the nickname Officer Friendly. That one officer is none other than Joe Shanley, who joins us today. Thank you so much for coming.
Well, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate the opportunity to get to speak on behalf of Department of DPS and the community members.
Now, Officer Shanley, you are well known for being so nice to every student that crosses your path, and what motivates you to brighten everyone's day?
Well, I think it comes from life skills I've learned with my own family. I believe in treating people the way I would want my loved ones treated, so it's been a good foundation for me in regards to how I handle myself both professionally and personally.
Now, you've come to DPS about 8 years ago after spending over 16 years with the Syracuse Police Department and then at the Police Department in New Rochelle. How has your outlook on the job changed since coming here?
Well, I think the university has provided myself with an opportunity to get out and not just meet, but interact with wonderful young men and women like yourselves who are already committed to doing the right thing. And what I mean by that is you're succeeding academically, you're looking to better yourselves and go forward in your individual communities and become successes in your own lives. So that's a unique place to work and a unique field to be in as a police officer.
Now, as some people might remember, there was a student protest a couple years ago to make sure that you would still be able to have contact with students during your daily job, which just proves what a special bond you have with the students here, and why is that so important to you?
Well, once again, our daughter graduated here, our son is on his way to graduation, and I just think it's, I'm 52 years old now, but I just think it's important for your group, your age group, to understand what life's about and some experiences I may have had to help you get along. So God willing, when you're at this point in my life, you will be able to have that kind of establishment as you go forward. And it's an honor really to serve and protect the wonderful people of this community.
And we thank you so much for doing it. And we always see you doing it with a smile, but I'm sure there's also a lot of stress that goes into your job. So what is the biggest stress that you have to face?
Well, there's challenges sometimes, but very rarely do I go home and I don't feel like I did the best I could or that I helped someone out. Just making sure that I'm here and in good health and such as I get older, and not many challenges that I can't or we can't overcome as a university.
And finally, it's on all of our minds right now. Mayfest is right around the corner, and I know that's probably a challenging day for DPS.
Yes.
Do you have any tips on how we can have a safe and fun Mayfest?
Well, first of all, hopefully the weather will cooperate. That's always a real big challenge. But as you go along and make your plans, please stay diligent with stay in groups, larger groups, and if and when you attend the events, please make conscious, responsible decisions to make sure you have a pleasant and enjoyable experience. And if there is a situation where you think you need help, there will be plenty of staff, not just DPS. The whole community here will come together, will be very visible, and don't hesitate to ask for assistance.
Okay, we'll make sure to do that. Thank you. And also, before you go, can you share one of your most memorable moments as a DPS officer with us?
Honestly, my daughter walking across the stage back in 2013, because obviously it was just she's our oldest, and was one of those moments that I was very prideful to be wearing a uniform, and also to give her the opportunity to attend such a wonderful university and now be an alumnus and have that for our family to look forward to the rest of our lives. It's just, words really can't express how proud my wife and I are of Jesse and now our 3 boys coming up the line there.
Well, Officer Stanley, thank you so much for all that you do for the SU community, and thanks for taking such good care of us. For now, we'll take it back to Monica and Cheyenne to see what's going on the Hill.
Now, since we won't be waking up with you for the next couple of weeks, here's a look ahead to the busy schedule surrounding commencement weekend. The week before graduation, seniors have the opportunity to make some final memories. May 3rd is the last day of classes on campus, followed by finals week through the 11th. Rehearsal for commencement is on May 12th. All degree candidates must attend. The rehearsal will take place at 10 a.m. in the Carrier Dome. That same night, soon-to-be graduates can attend the senior celebration at the War Memorial Arena, starting at 9 p.m. Tickets for graduating seniors are free and available at the Shine box office. Guests are $12. The event will include free food and drink as well as beer for purchase. Transportation will be provided through a shuttle service. And commencement weekend takes place the 14th and 15th of May. Saturday the 14th, each college hosts their convocations and receptions. The Newhouse convocation will take place at noon in the Carrier Dome. And Sunday, May 15th is University Commencement Day. The ceremony begins at 9:30 a.m. Donald Newhouse will give the commencement address. And right after on the 16th, summer Maymester classes begin.
Coming up, we'll take a walk down memory lane.
Our best moments here on Mornings on the Hill after the break.
And welcome back. Over this semester, we have introduced you to several orange people.
From people on the Hill to the surrounding communities, we've brought you stories of resilience and of those making a difference.
But as our last show comes to an end, we wanted to show you some orange people who work here for the show and have had a fun time waking up with you each morning.
Here are some memorable moments from this past semester, including a very special thank you to our news director and professor, Suzanne Lysak.
And thanks for waking up with us for Mornings on the Hill. I'm Max Darrow.
And I'm Cheyenne Devon. It's time to get your orange juices flowing with a look at today's headlines.
Mike, what do you have for us?
Hey Jake, that's right. Yesterday was a big day and the front runners are back.
Outside SUA headquarters, I'm Nicole Griffin reporting live from Mornings on the Hill.
Thank you, Professor Lysak, for always being so supportive and lifting us up when we needed it. You really knew how to get the best out of your reporters and producers just by being a kind person, and truly it was our pleasure to work with you.
For all the advice and guidance throughout the semester and helping to prepare me for my next step in my producing career.
For making me a better writer, for preparing me for the real world. Without you, this semester, Mornings on the Hill would not have been possible.
Thank you so much for your support and for encouraging me to follow my dreams. I'm so glad to have you for a professor and a lifelong mentor.
Thanks for helping me realize what I want to do with the rest of my life.
Thank you for putting this class together. Totally worth waking up at 6 on Wednesday mornings, the second semester of my senior year. It was great to do it, and I'm happy to have you as a professor.
Lions, tigers, bears, and snow in April? Oh my.
We may be about a week into April, but it feels a lot more like February outside.
That they have some candidates in mind that they think will keep their legacy alive. Now let's take a look at what's happening on the Hill this weekend, Cheyenne.
If you did not register as a Democrat last October, you cannot vote in next Tuesday's election.
New York is known for being one of the snowiest cities in America.
Professor Lysak, thank you for always believing in us and always bringing out the best in us every single show.
For your leadership, your words of encouragement all semester, and for allowing me to be the first grad student involved with Mornings on the Hill.
Thank you for being a role model.
Look at this map right here. This actually is from the New York Times.
We have some good news, Monica, for wine lovers out there.
And just like that, unfortunately, it's all over for the Orange men's basketball team here, and it's time for us to leave Houston.
Hunter, Max and Cheyenne, back to you.
Thank you for being you, a professor, a news director, a mentor, and our friend.
Thank you for the amazing opportunity and for making us a great team.
Well, thanks for squeezing the most out of your morning with us, and have a great day, Syracuse.
And guys, that's not even half of the best moments that we've had here with all of our on-air crew.
And that's not even half of them here. We have a whole control room. Actually, Mike Carter's there right now to give a special thank you to them too.
That's right, I am Jake, and thank you guys very much. I am here in the control room. We want to say a very special thank you to Professor Wenner, Professor Tui, and of course, our own Professor Lysak for a wonderful semester. Thank you all for believing in us, and we'd like to invite you all to the set right now for one last final goodbye. Come on, I know you don't want to, but we would really love for you to on stage with us as we close out the first season of Mornings on the Hill. We are going live to the studio. We're all walking in. Everyone's joining us for one last goodbye.
That's right,
Thank you
guys.
so
Come
much.
on out here. Everybody has worked so hard. Come out in the front as well. We have a tight shot. With just about a minute left, this is our talented crew. It started as a mission from our news director and Professor Lysak, who brought us all together. And we have a talented crew of producers who make all of us talent look and sound good each and every Wednesday morning. Without them, we couldn't have done it.
It's been a real team effort, and we want to thank Professor Lysak once again for just giving us the leadership we needed to make the show, I think, a thrilling success.
All right. Well, Jacob, with 30 seconds left, take it away.
All right, that's all the time we have for you this morning. I'm Jacob Reynolds.
Mike Carter.
For Hunter Sansa, I'm Mike Carter. We want to thank you, the viewers, for joining us on Mornings on the Hill. Good luck with those finals, and we'll see you in the fall.
The empty newsroom.
Let's all run in there.